Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Delays and welcome to Project Ozone 2. Finally, welcome to Project Ozone 2. So recently we completed Project Ozone 1. We didn't do the simple achievements just because it didn't sound like fun. I decided it's time to get into this. And yeah, I'm going to try to kind of do my thing and talk at the same time because we need to get going pretty quickly. Because this mod pack likes to have blood moons, like Project Ozone 1. And unfortunately, the blood moons are kind of dangerous. And there is a guaranteed one on the first day. So yeah, this is Project Ozone 2. Much like Project Ozone 1, it is kind of overpowered, except we're not playing the normal mode. We're playing Kappa Mode, which makes everything in this incredibly difficult. For example, just as a pretty simple example, you want a piston? Alright, well a piston requires, your cobblestone, piece of iron, which, yeah, have fun. That's not too bad, but it also requires red alloy ingot, which is smelted red iron compound, which is 8 redstone around a piece of iron. So yeah. Oh, and you want planks? Planks are 1-to-1 with wood. So yeah. Have fun getting anything. Now we are in a garden of glass, so that means that we can punch the ground and we'll get cobblestones. There's also a slime island right there, and I would not mind going directly there to kind of start off our base. Having a little bit of room would be nice. We are on a... how big is this? It's decently big. So like we can do one of these, and I'm going to shift that, and this does have vein miner in it. So we can pretty quickly get all the stuff we want. So yeah, there's a lot of good things about this pack, and a lot of things that are just going to be completely and utterly insane to do. If you've watched any of my Feed the Beast Infinity Skyblock, the expert mode, this is going to be similar to that. For example, an ME drive, which is arguably needed for an ME system, requires mercury ingots, which requires you to go to the planet Mercury with Galacticraft. Engineering processors require pulsating chipsets. I don't know how bad the inscriber is. Glass cable's the standard recipe. But yeah, so ME controllers are insane to make. They require concentrated cloud seed, which is VAT. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Machine frames resonance require an assembly table with a bunch of things, and Ender IO is one of the few things that you get into pretty quickly, but even that, basic capacitors, unless you make them, okay, so you shapecraft machine chassis, you have to make a crystallized redstone. That's terrible. Or you take steel and this in a QED, and it's a little bit easier. But the basic capacitor, unless you have a capacitor farm, which we'll get to eventually, requires a capacitor from Restonic, which requires more red alloy ingot and iron chipsets, and it's insane. The number of things you need is just insane. Now this does have actually 2 quest books. It has the better questing, which if you've never seen that, it looks like this. We're not going to use that. I don't like it. I don't like the layout of it. If I can avoid using it, I will. So we're going to use the classic quest book. We do have 3 lives. If need be, I will cheat in more hearts. I don't want this series to die because I do something stupid, but yeah, there's a lot of quests, and there's a lot of quests, and there's a lot of quests. Just before you think that I'm going to do what I did in Project Ozone 1 and rush the Transmutation Table, yeah, no. On one hand, it is an extreme crafting recipe that requires infinity stars, which is a compressed nether star from Averta. Actually, that's a custom thing, but the compressor is Averta, which however you say that mod. It requires so much stuff. Ultimate furnaces, Temperio essence, which is higher than Zvicio, and the Master Infusion Stone requires just a little bit of stuff. So yeah, it's getting to be night. I need to continue getting supplies. So yeah, as you can see, it's gonna be a fun time. There are terrible, terrible, terrible mobs in this version as well. It's kind of a joke mob, but at the same time, it's terrifying. There are John Cena creepers. I hope to never, ever encounter one, because they are that bad. Basically, yeah, they're stronger than supercharged creepers. They're called John Cena creepers for a reason. Don't worry about that, but we have quests to turn in and do. Now, the thing is, this quest book is set up for normal mode, so we're going to be skipping around a lot, kind of based on whatever we need to get and all that kind of fun stuff. Chance cubes are back, reward bags are back. We have a form of water that we're going to keep for the time being. There are other ways to get water. We need a lot of stuff. We have a reward bag with a basic reward. We're not going to open any chance cubes anytime soon because, yeah, this has the hardcore wither mod. After you kill the wither so many times, the wither will get incredibly strong. As in, like, teleporting behind you and 300 hearts of health and just insane. And we're going to have to kill a lot of withers. But there are some really good things. Magical crops are back. This is always great. The loot bags are really well designed from mobs. So getting a mob farm is going to be one of the first things we want to do. At least I thought it was supposed to be a blood moon. Maybe that's taken out. This mana flash is actually really nice. It gives you some starting stuff. But let's open this reward bag. Aluminum wire. Yuck. It's not useful at all. So let's continue with our quest. So I have a decent amount of wood, by which I mean not really. So let's get a crafting table. And I'm going to go ahead and break this grass. I lost the dirt. That's terrible. So we need... Yeah. As you can see, the wood is going to be a problem until we can get a... once we can get a... what's it called? A sawmill of some sort. Then things will be a lot easier. But let's use our crook. That is part of the quest. We need 5 saplings of any type. This is going to give us more saplings. That should get that, and we just need a stack of planks, which unfortunately in this means a stack of wood. Now here's the thing. We have 1 torch. If we want to make more torches, this is a bit of a problem. A single torch, coal, charcoal, sugar, charcoal, rubber. There is a rubber tree right over there. So that could be a way to get torches, but if we take a look at charcoal, you can smelt it. At least some... Actually, you can only smelt certain woods. But I think you can... Yeah, you can smelt normal wood, but have fun getting a smeltery. A furnace, rather. Furnaces are compressed cobblestone, so you need 81 cobblestone for a furnace, or 8. We do have enough for a standard furnace. for a slab furnace rather. So let's go ahead and you know, it really doesn't matter, but we take 2. Burn time is 300. It's actually the same, and since we don't get any more, who cares? What's the burn time for a stick though? 100. So yeah, let's do this. We'll get some charcoal. I'm gonna get some more sticks, and we need to start kind of expanding this area just a little bit. Now I want to hit F7 because I don't want we don't have any picks right now. I do believe that if we try to make yeah, wooden picks, stone picks have durability of 1, so we have to get Tinker's construct stuff going first. That's gonna be fun. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start getting some Tinkers. We need part builder, so blank patterns, not too bad. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of wood at the beginning of this, and we don't have enough. So stencil table, part builder. Do we have some charcoal? We do. I think the burn time on the wood is actually a little bit better, so that's good. We can start using mini charcoal as fuel, so we can expand our little home base for now. I'm going to make things look a lot better later, but let's do 3 ounce. 1, 2, 3, and yeah, so we don't want anything spawning anywhere near us because we can't defend ourselves. And unfortunately, I can't break this quite yet. Now I could. Can I make a hammer? We can make a hammer. And this has decent durability, so let's go ahead and lose that gravel. There is water here. I don't want to lose the water because we're going to need that relatively soon. So I'm going to do something like this. And another misclick. So yeah, this is going to be kind of the standard setup for the beginning, but here's the problem. And here is the major problem that I want to kind of address pretty quickly. Cobblestone generators. Cobblestone generator is gonna be an issue to get. Now, it's not that bad, but it's not that good either. So let's just put some saplings down. I'm gonna let them grow naturally. So let's take a look at, okay, how do you get cobblestone generators? Well, kind of the classic version is a not translocator, a transfer node. So transfer node, that is pretty much the standard recipe. A lot of redstone or an ender pearl if you can get an ender pearl. And then you need some sort of pipe, which let's wait around for the standard one. So the standard transfer pipe is the same. Stone slabs, most of that's the same. Okay, that's easy enough. However, you also need mining upgrades. What is it called? It's world interaction upgrade. It used to be called mining upgrades. So these guys, in order for it to pick up cobblestone, you need this. Yeah, so lapis, iron, that's normal, but it also requires electrotine. Ingots. So you need 4 plus times 8. You need 32 electrotine. And electrotine you can get from sifting. You can sift compressed sand and normal sand in a standard sieve, which is really nice. And it is a fairly common chance from sand, but you need a lot. Now the other option is a little bit cheaper, but it's a little bit more manual. We could make a block breaker. So a block breaker from Project Red, or open blocks. That requires 3 diamonds. That's kind of terrible. This one doesn't, but requires a piston. So it requires 9 redstone in total, plus a little bit of iron. That's actually not too expensive, but you need to give it a redstone clock. Luckily, there's a block for that. There's a redstone clock block. Wow, that was a weird phrase, and that's pretty cheap. Just a little bit of redstone and all that. So I don't know which way we're gonna go with that. We'll kind of see, but this does have, for lack of a better term, twerking, to get all of the plants to grow and all that fun stuff. So yeah, let's start looking into, all right, what does this want us to do? It wants us to make a normal furnace. Well, we don't have the cobblestone. Now if you shift right click on grass, I think it also works on dirt. Yeah, you get the pebbles, and it's a 2x2, and yeah, cobblestone. So I just want to quickly kind of finish that up. All right, and that broke, so let's use 4 logs to get sticks to get a crook. So sorry, I keep hitting the escape button because of vein miner is on the grave key, aka the also the tilde, and that is right next to the escape button. I keep missing, but I wouldn't mind going to the slime island and kind of setting up a base there, at least for the time being. Eventually I do want to have a nice base. This does have chisel, and I believe there's a lot of really nice blocks, and later we're gonna play around with that kind of stuff. Now we could make chests. It's a shame that you can't do that, but let's see, we have stencil table, we have the part builder, we need like that much. So there is another pattern. Nope, we need all of the wood that we had. Wow. Make a crafting table, and we can make the tool station. So let's just do this right here. Stencil table, part builder, tool station. Can put the blank pattern in there, and yeah, so we can make a pickaxe. We could make whatever tools we want. Right now, though, we need to get barrels set up, so let's do that. I lost my crook again. Eventually we're gonna have some really nice tools that we can use. I'm gonna stop crooking things because I don't really need to right now. I have 24 saplings. That's more than enough. I just need logs at this point. So this is going to use a lot of our food, but apples, if we... Yeah, there's a lot of really nice apples. Extra Planets adds more apples, including diamond apples. But if we do a juicer, how bad is a juicer? Stone and a pressure plate. It is a quest as well, but yeah, we're not going to be doing any quests anytime soon. We need to get a lot of wood. That's something I'm probably going to do off camera, and this Flux Infused Crook is actually really nice, because I believe it always acts as a crook, even if you don't empower it. So we can actually use it without using any power, I do believe, if I remember correctly. But let's get a little bit more wood, and we'll make a couple barrels, and probably, honestly, have to end off the episode there. I know we haven't done all that much, But yeah, this mod pack is going to take some time at the beginning. I'm going to do a lot of stuff off camera. Getting more dirt. We're going to sift dirt. If we look at, let's see, what's something that doesn't use too much of anything? Well, dust. Dust is always good to look at for sifting. So yeah, one of the first things that we're going to want, I want to see uses. Okay, dust is used for a lot of other things. So compressed gravel only gives you emeralds, lapis, flint, coal, and diamonds. Dirt will give you a lot of stone, then your standard seeds. Compressed sand gives you certus, electrotine, yellorium, and the spores. Compressed dirt will give you specifically rubber and spruce seeds, which is nice. Dust, normal, but then yeah, a lot of this stuff, we're gonna need a lot of different things. We're gonna need a lot of automation for this mod pack. But yeah, compressed dust will give you specifically redstone. So it's really nice to get certain things. And then like iron, I do believe is still a 100% chance. So you're gonna get a lot of iron. So this mod pack, while it's gonna be a trip. It's also pretty forgiving. Ice Stone, the Aether is in this. I love the Aether mod. That's such a great mod. We'll get into that pretty much as soon as we could. As soon as we're ready to. One of the big things about that, though, is flight. Oh, hey, that filled up with water. I guess it was raining? Okay. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. I have a lot of stuff to do. Also, is food changed? No. I couldn't remember if food was changed or not, but I've got a lot of trees to chop down, and I think next time we are going to try to work towards one, I'm going to expand this little platform a little bit, just a little bit more. And I think next time we are going to work towards getting some sort of automatic cobblestone. At least the very first thing we're going to do is try to get some. I'm going to set here and right click this. I'm probably going to do that like AFK. But one of the first things that I want to do is get sifting up and running so that we can start trying to get either the electrotine, or we might actually go the transfer node route, just because I like that route a little bit better. It's a little bit easier to set up and automate. Drawers are going to be very important, by the way, in this mod pack, and I just want to show off the drawer controller. So it requires brass, which brass is copper and zinc, and then basic logistic pipes, which we're going to go with this route, which is a gold gear, which, by the way, you have to make in either a metal press or a casting table, and then transport pipes, which are the standard recipes. So yeah, this drawer controller is going to be super important. The smeltery, I don't remember. So grout, this is the only recipe. You only get 2 pieces of grout for each sand, gravel, all that. So it's gonna be a trip. It's gonna be an interesting mod pack. But once we get established, honestly, once we get the mob farm up and running, things are going to be a little bit different. So you guys will see kind of how that will go and all of that fun stuff. Because applied energistics is pretty far locked out. You have to get into mechanism to really do anything with that, and mechanism is kind of insane, and you got to get into Manacraft, and yeah, it's a decent ways away. We're probably going to do something I have never really worked with, which is an Ender.io. There is a block called the inventory panel, and this is something we're going to probably mess around with. I think that's going to be better than anything else. And drawers and storage, the storage drawers are going to be really important. So this mod pack is going to be fun because it's going to be a lot of different things that I don't typically work with. This mod pack kind of focuses on Ender IO at the beginning rather than thermal expansion, which is kind of cool. But then the late game gets nasty at the late game. If you want flight, so you want an angel ring, yeah, good luck. It's extreme. It's an extreme crafting recipe. Oh, you also need the ring of flight. This thing is a little bit more doable, but it requires nasty stuff, including a soulbind bat, magic core, and then most of the other stuff isn't too bad, but there's going to be a lot, and the recipes get very complex very quickly. So yeah, it should be fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we didn't do all that much. We planted some trees, grew them, and we made the beginnings of some stuff, but I'm going to spend some time. I'm going to get more cobblestone. I am going to get more trees grown, get more wood, and we'll try to complete this quest next. And then, yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!